you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast! I'm YouTube famous now, available in 2018. Probably not. 2019. Maybe. 2020. We'll see. The album, Dad. AF. On the first day of Christmas, my true love did not give to me one Jeffree Star Alien palette because it didn't come in time. Okay, we're gonna talk about Jeffree Star Cosmetics and how people have a lot of complaints about the fact that they are not going to receive his products by Christmas time, which is very, very interesting to me from a personal point of view because I've ordered a lot of his products, as well as some complaints that I have received in DMs and on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, saying that people have ordered these products as Christmas presents and now they're finding out it's not gonna get there in time. So this whole thing was very interesting to me. And then I saw that there was a thread over on the Reddit, and we're gonna talk about that in just a second. Yeah, so this is the thing, okay, is that usually when like some big story, drama, investigative journalists of the world, when some big story is going on, I'll get anywhere between like 10 and 20, maybe more, you know, direct messages on Instagram and on Twitter. 2 days, 3 days in a row, right? And people will say, have you covered this? I mean, even after I made the video, people will send it to me and be like, did you see this? Did you see this, right? So this, I wasn't getting that many messages. By the way, I want to thank Amanda. Are you here for drama class? You get an A+ and extra credit because Amanda sent me some tea the other day. She was the first one to send it to me. And whenever somebody's the first one to send it to me, I always try to like thank them and I'll say, hey, do you want a shout out because you sent this to me? Sometimes people are like, no, I'd like to stay exclusive and anonymous. But she said, of course I would. So anyway, so thank you, Amanda. I really appreciate that. If you guys ever have anything that you'd like me to talk about, send it to my DM, send it, you know, on Instagram, Twitter, wherever. By the way, my husband and I, we are starting a couple's Instagram. It is linked below. It's at Peter and Alex, and it will be starting on Christmas. So come and check that out. Follow us. There's really nothing over there right now. But anyway, so I was kind of surprised that this story, so to speak, started getting a lot of attention. And I was like, you know what? Are we kind of entering the era of just any complaint is drama? Or are, you know, like, are we picking things apart so much when it comes to the beauty industry at this point? Or are these really valid concerns? And so the Reddit thread was very interesting to me, and I'm gonna talk about that in a second. But I did get some DMs from people that were like, I ordered this product, I ordered it in enough time, and it's not gonna come there. Jeffree Star came out in a Snapchat and he addressed the whole thing and said that he had hired more people, blah, 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 whatever, and that it just still wasn't enough. Now here's the thing, okay? That's very interesting to me about this on 2 points. Well, first of all, I'm not really personally surprised by shipping stuff anymore, you know, in our world, but let alone in the United States. And let me just tell you, okay? Recently, I got Amazon Prime. Not because I wanted to, but what happened was I had done the free trial, and then I forgot to cancel my order, and now I'm a Prime member, see? But, does that happen to anybody else? Raise your hand, okay? You get extra credit points in drama class, too, because you should get something for free, because you don't get nothing for free on Amazon Prime. I'll tell you how I found out. Because I ordered something for my husband the other day that I wanted on there, right? And this is the scandal of the world right here. I was really excited about it because I was like, oh, it's Prime, it'll come this afternoon. My good Ginny Tanya, she orders like bottles of water and they show up at her door in the afternoon. So that's what I thought was gonna happen, right? Well, I get to the end of the order and it's like $16 for like 5-day shipping. It's like something else for like 7 to 10 day shipping. It was like basically like, I mean, it was a cheap gift anyway, because listen, he's lucky he gets anything for Christmas. He's lucky he ain't getting some coal in his stocking. But anyway, so I was sitting there and I was like, why am I paying shipping for this when I'm a Prime member? And I went in and I looked at all this kind of stuff, and you know, it's only if the check mark in Prime is next to the product. I was like, are you kidding me? And I ordered it anyway because it was something that I wanted for him. But I feel like that's kind of what I deal with on a regular basis. Now, recently, I ordered, because I had messed up, if you've watched my videos regularly and you saw that I did the giveaway for the Jeffree Star Alien palette, I ordered the palette from Beautylish by accident. I actually thought I was on the Jeffree Star Cosmetics website. I know, I'm stupid, but I didn't, and I bought it from the Beautylish website, and then I also bought one of the lip scrubs. I think it was the salted caramel, because I wanted to buy all of them, but on Beautylish at that time, the eggnog was sold out, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy one of them, right? If I can't have them all, I just want one. So I bought that from Beautylish. Well, on my vlog that night, I talked about it, and somebody was like, you must have bought it from somewhere else, because on Jeffree Star Cosmetics, none of that stuff is sold out, because it said it was sold out on there, right? So I went back in, true story, I was up on Beautylish. I was not on Jeffree Star Cosmetics. So I went into Jeffree Star Cosmetics, the stuff wasn't sold out, and I bought the 3 other lip scrubs, okay? So here's the thing. I ordered them a day apart. I actually ordered the Jeffree Star Cosmetics after I ordered the palette from Beautylish. I got the Jeffree Star Cosmetics package, and I talked about this on my videos. You can go back and fact check it if you want to. I got it like a week before I got my Beautylish stuff, right? Which I had ordered before anyway. So it's interesting to me that everybody is coming for Jeffree Star for the shipping and stuff. Like, and I'm not trying to be shitty, but it's like, is this the first year that you realize that sometimes stuff doesn't get to your house before Christmas? I can actually remember in the past, like Christmas presents, literally, the Amazon guy showing up on Christmas Day, dropping the shit off on my doorstep. Like, I can remember that happening. So it's like, this is not anything new that companies have a hard time getting stuff to people. Now, I don't know if these are people that have ordered things 6 weeks out and they're still not getting there. The one interesting thing about all of this in question is that if palettes specifically, because I can only speak to the lip scrubs because that's what I got with quickness like that. But what's interesting to me about this is, if we're talking specifically about the palettes, did he not have enough palettes to ship out? And, you know, like, or is he, you know, getting them, you know, back on demand? I don't know. Like, I understand that people have concerns about it because this is a gift that they wanted to get their family for Christmas and stuff like that. But, you know, it's interesting to me too. I think, like, to some degree, there's only so much that he can, you know, control. So I go in here, and after I had gotten these DMs and stuff, I'm reading through the Reddit thread, and then I noticed that there was this thread that came up, and it says, Jeffree Star breaks silence on shipping drama. And here you go. It's like that. And actually, it is a Karina Kaboom video that she does talking about this exact same topic that I'm talking about. And it was an interesting video, and I agreed with a lot of what she said. One of the things that was interesting to me, and I haven't watched Karina's videos in quite some time, not because I don't want to watch her, but just because I haven't been watching a lot of drama videos. Listen. PB and I, we are really into Nick and Poncho. It's this guy and his chihuahua. That's like my favorite channel in the entire world. Other than that, I'm watching, like, I don't know, like aliens in outer space, sightings and things like that. That's like what I like to watch, okay? So anyway, so I went in here and I watched her video. It was very interesting to me. I hadn't watched a Karina video in a while. I didn't realize that she was a Jeffree Star stan. She said in there that she really likes Jeffree Star. I didn't know that. Back in the day, I thought she called him Uncle Joffrey, but I was really surprised about that. But we're all allowed to change our opinions. I do agree with that. And as you get older, okay, you can change your opinions whenever you want. But she did say a lot in there, and she addressed it from, and I loved that she did this. She addressed it from a customer's point of view, which I thought was very interesting, and I like that she did that. And so I am too, addressing it from a customer's point of view. Her experience was similar to the other people's complaints. My experience is completely different. So I don't know. Those are two completely different points of view, you know? And, but it was a well thought out video. Go check it out. What was interesting underneath here were some of the things that people said. And one of the things that she did say in there, I will say I agreed with almost all of it, except for one of the things that she says in there, that if Jeffree wants to, like, basically, like, he needs to step up his game if he wants to play with the big boys. Well, are the big boys Beautylish? Because Beautylish had worse shipping and handling, my experience, than Jeffree Star Cosmetics did. So that would put Jeffree Star Cosmetics above Beautylish. I'm just saying, okay? So, like, that's my personal experience, and, you know, I don't know what other people have experienced, but that's what I have seen. And I've also seen, like, it's interesting, like, when a lot of these, like, palettes come out and they'll say they are going to be in Ulta, and I will literally go to Ulta that day, and they'll say, oh, we're not going to get it till Tuesday. And I'm like, so it's not in every Ulta, it's just in some Ultas, right? Or they'll say it's going to be in Sephora or whatever. Oh, it's not in every Sephora, it's just in some Sephora. So, you know, there's a lot of, like, miscommunication that goes on with all of this. And I think that's where we have to be careful to some degree on, do we turn these complaints into drama, right? And I will say, for anybody that has spent their hard-earned money on wanting to buy any kind of palette, whether it's the James Charles palette or the Kits and Caboodles palette, is there a Kits and Caboodles palette? I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Kits and Caboodles. Or if there's, you know, the Alien palette, or the Snuggle palette, or I'm trying to think of what's the Nudie Patootie, the Cat's Pajamas, all of that, okay? The Lunar Beauty palettes. Whatever you ordered, okay, and you spent your hard-ass earned money on this stuff, yes, you want to get it in time to give to your loved one for Christmas. It's not real fun to write them an IOU and draw a picture of an alien, okay? That's screwed up. Nobody wants to do that. And that's not fun for anybody on Christmas Day that wants to get all glammed out and play up with it. They want their palette. That being said, the real world does happen around us, and sometimes shipping just doesn't get there in time. It just doesn't, right? And I'm telling you right now, don't be ordering your shit from Jeffree Star Cosmetics today and be bitching and moaning because you ain't gonna get it by Christmas. It's not gonna happen. It's just not, okay? I don't care where you order stuff from, unless you're going to the grocery store today. It's not coming in time for Christmas. You're screwed, okay? You're screwed. So if you waited till today and you thought it was Cyber Monday when you forgot that it's Friday, okay? You screwed yourself. It's too late now, okay? So let me fix my hair. You better just go up into the Dollar General and buy some, off-brand makeup and call it a day. Or I guess go up into the TJ Maxx, and buy you some Kat Von D when it comes out. I don't know. Or, I mean, if you really want an iPad Pro, you could still probably go enter Laura Lee's giveaway because it's right up over there. I'm just saying, okay? There's a lot of Christmas gifts out there that are coming. So I go in here and I read the comments underneath here. Go watch Karina's video first before you read the thread, though. It's a good video. And somebody says, as a Canadian, this is the most first American problem ever. And somebody said, I don't know, I personally think, okay, that's a political statement. And then somebody underneath here says, I absolutely get that people are nervous about getting the stuff they order before Christmas, but speaking as someone who lives outside of the United States, that's still pretty good shipping time. I'm in Canada, and you would think that shipping is almost as fast to get here, but sometimes I wait 4 weeks for products that people in the USA get within days, so I'm sorry, but no sympathy from me. Now, here's the interesting thing, and underneath here someone says, I'm in Australia, I can relate. If you order shit in December, you should be aware that there's a chance you won't receive it before Christmas. And here's the thing, right? It's like, YouTube is this very interesting thing, or very interesting world, right? It's a microcosm of the world. So we want to talk about all these issues, but like if you're in the United States, often I think, this is where I talked about, oh God, let's get real deep. Should we get real deep for a second? One of my favorite TED Talks ever is Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's The Danger of a Single Story, where she talks about our perception as Americans is that we only see one world view of things. And she's Nigerian, and she talks about Americans' view of what Nigeria is, okay? And that it's this like skewed version of Africa. And that people in the other parts of the world, they have 100 different forms of what United States looks like, right? They see it on television and movies, and they get Little House on the Prairie all the way to, 90210. So they get to see all different views of what the United States looks like, but we have a very skewed idea of that, right? And the thing is, when you look at shipping and handling fees for other parts in the world, it's astronomical if it's being shipped from the United States. It really, really is. And so I think that we have this very kind of entitled, skewed version of things like shipping and handling, which really are first world, first American problems. They are, right? So anyway, that's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know. And in the grand scheme of things, hey, I'm happy that I just get to spend Christmas with my family, honestly. And there are presents that I want to get for my husband. I mean, I want this thing that I almost said what it was, and I don't want anybody to tell him. But I want it to come by Christmas. But if it doesn't, it's okay. He'll survive, and I'll tell him what it is, and I'll write him a little note, and he'll be, woo, real surprised, Somebody said, your title made me think he was commenting on fandom shipping drama out of, okay, this is funny. I know it sucks, but I don't expect anything else. He just come off of Black Friday and Cyber Monday along with Christmas. It's a tough ask to make sure every order gets to you on time. Surely people had to know this, and don't call me Shirley. It doesn't say that. Wishful thinking, I mean, he's not a huge company with shipping facilities everywhere. And that's the thing, like if he had shipping companies like in Australia, in Canada, in France, I don't know, Brazil, if he had them everywhere, right, it would be a different story, but he doesn't, And I think people know that when they're ordering from him, so I don't know. I live in the UK. The last thing I ordered from the US was a Travis Scott tour tee. Waited 8 weeks for that bitch, and it was on hold until I paid customs. Wasn't bothered in the slightest. And then someone said, oh, they talk about this, okay, so that's anyway, the Snapchat thing about, anyway, go read the thread, it's hilarious. This isn't much on topic or anything, but I'm getting real sick of general customer concerns, problems considered drama. And this is interesting because I kind of agree with this. I keep seeing now often a few people will raise concerns over pigmentation, eyeshadows breaking, cruelty-free, vegan status, etc. Then brand owners start ranting on Twitter that people just want drama or to bring down a product. And I think this is interesting, It's like, what is drama or are these customer concerns? Because those things, in all honesty, really are customer concerns. When you're talking about things like shipping, that is a customer concern. When you're talking about things like, and one of I will tell you that one of the messages I got, and I can't fact check this, is that somebody said that they had contacted Jeffree Star Cosmetics and they didn't respond and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know, And for this video, I didn't try to reach out to, because I don't have any customer complaints. But, it's interesting to me when you start looking at all this stuff like products falling apart and all that kind of stuff, and how much of that is shipping and handling, how much of that is in manufacturing, and how much of that is the company in charge of. Well, they should be all of it, right? I mean, all of it as a company. But then do we turn that into drama? Do we turn that into complaints? Do we turn that into customer awareness? Because I think that's what's important, is customer awareness. And, you know, that's really where beauty reviews came out to begin with, was the early days of beauty influencers coming out and saying, I mean, we're past that now. We're into sponsored videos and, you know, let me like show y'all my friends' palettes and all that kind of stuff. But back in the day, it was really, you know, like beauty influencers, people that loved makeup, really 100% being honest about, is this product worth it or not? So them ordering a palette and saying, you know, I ordered it in time for Christmas, it didn't come, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 that. That would have been a review back in the day. Today, we turn that into drama, and I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Okay, wait. Somebody said, don't watch him. Is it safe to assume that people are pissed because they're not going to get their orders before Christmas? I mean, I really cannot imagine what excuse there could possibly be. It's not like it's a surprise what day Christmas is each year, and I assume he planned the launch dates of all the shit he dropped in the last 3 months. If you know how much product you created, it's just a math problem. X palette released on XX day will take blah, blah, blah. Okay, and I agree with all of that. But it also depends on when people ordered the palettes. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ordered palettes this month and did not get it when they were told they would. Okay, so here we go. Jeffree obviously thought of this ahead of time and hired new workers as a precaution, but they were not enough. Now customer service is backed up and fans are scared they won't get their palettes in time for Christmas. Please, Jeffree, you got this. And then somebody underneath here comments, please, Jeffree, you got this. And they respond to it and say, Jesus Christ. And then somebody said, I love comedy this early in the morning. So here's the thing though, right? It's like, okay. We're not just talking about Judy Smith over here wrapping up a necklace that she got from her grandma and she sold on the eBay and she's taking it up to the UPS, okay? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Jeffree Star having to hire new employees during the holiday, just for the holiday season, to make sure all of his stuff gets out when he didn't know how much of it he was going to sell to begin with. So it's very tricky, and it's business, and there's all this stuff that goes on behind the scenes. I don't know if that excuses it or not. I don't know if you order your product on the 1st of December and it's still not there by the 24th in time for Christmas, if that's a good enough excuse. I mean, that's 3.5 weeks. It's a really, really long time. If you ordered it on the 18th and it's not going to be there, that's a different story. And I should have looked this up and I didn't, so somebody let me know in the comment section below, but if on the website it says, if you don't order it, because this is most websites that you order around the holiday season, typically after Black Friday, will say this. If you don't order it in time by this time, we cannot assure that it'll get there by Christmas. So I don't know. Does it say that? Would somebody let me know? I should have checked that, you guys. Let me know in the comment section below if it says that. But what do you think about this? Do you think these are valid concerns? Do you think this is drama? Do you think it's just, you know, people pissed because they're not going to get their stuff for Christmas? I understand all of it. I really do. I mean, I've been on the receiving end of that where I didn't get something I wanted to give somebody for Christmas. And your heart's in it because you really wanted to give somebody something and then it just doesn't come in time. But at the same time, you know, it's like, I've been to the post office trying to mail something out for the last 3 days, and every time I go in there, there's a line coming out of the door, and I'm just like, oh my God! Santa Claus, you're trying to get me, okay? By the way, have y'all seen the Christmas Chronicles on Netflix? If you are a movie lover like me, did the last 5 minutes not get you? It totally made me cry. There's a little surprise at the end of the movie. So anyway, and if you watched it, you didn't get the surprise, then I'm too old. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.